All right, back at it again for the chronicles of keeping these cars on the road. Had a leak going on, and I think we were able to identify where the leak was coming from. So, in the actual steer boxes stuff, which are located in an awkward place, the O-ring in it has partially gone bad. I'm gonna try to see if hopefully just removing the top part of the steering box, I can access that O-ring and go from there. If that's the case, it's a simple fix. If not, then the challenge becomes getting back under the car and taking this steering box off. I mean, I've done it before, and with the help of some friends, it was definitely a pain in the ass to get it off. But what can I say? Like I said, we gotta keep these cars on the road. So at the moment right now, it don't seem like it's gonna be too much of an ask. I mean, you're gonna need definitely a socket extension to get down in there. For the outside bolts right there and right there. You're gonna need a 3/4 socket, and then try to keep everything on standby. And then on the center nut right there, we're gonna need the actual 5/8 socket. So let's see how it works, and if it works, then too easy. If not, well, the struggle begins. So first thing I'm gonna try to do is move this line just to give us a little bit better access. I do have a pan under there, just in case. Well, I don't know if it should come out. Yeah, okay. Wasn't too sure about that. Man, good thing I'm recording, so that way I know everything that I took apart, how to put it back. Because I've definitely been known to take things apart and somehow end up with an extra screw somewhere. But it normally works out. I find it at the end of the day. So let's see. I'm gonna try to take this off, and then once I take this off, because I need two hands to get this going. I'm trying to see if I can get oh, look at that. All right. Got that one off. Well, loose. And then got that one loose. So I'm gonna try to get this off without losing anything. And once I get these off, I'm gonna try to take off the center nut. Like I said, I'm just hoping that this is an easy process versus a bigger problem and more time consuming. Because right now, I'm hoping that it won't take too long. Let that one out. And the reason why I knew it was leaking too is because under the bottom I was getting a pretty decent amount of power steering fluid, so that narrowed down some of the search. I knew it wasn't an oil leak. All right, so I got those off. So now let's switch it up, the socket to the 5/8. I mean, excuse me, to the, the 5/8. It's gonna get a little. Got some leak. As you can see, it's running out. Let me put a pan in there real quick. All right. I'm gonna have to top this off. Ain't looking good. I think I'm gonna have to pull this whole dang on thing off to get to it. All for an O-ring, which that was a pain in the butt. So we'll have to see what to do next. All right, so end up giving me a flathead screwdriver to raise this cover off, which I'm hoping should give me access to the O-ring to swap it out. I want to get this washer in before that get lost. We all know how that goes. You know, me losing the washer, whatever size it is, because I'm a rookie in this game. But like I said in some of my other videos, man, it's one of those things where it's all right to get your hands dirty. The cost of labor and everything else nowadays on these cars has just gone up so much, you know. So I figure if I'm gonna take it, I might as well break it, make sure it's both good, you know. You see that? All right. So I got it off, and that piece right there is my problem where it's leaking past it. So I'm gonna try to swap that out. I already have the actual kit to replace that. So let me get that real quick and try to find the right piece. It looks like it's not even seated down all the way. And that actually could be the issue, but at this point, since I have it open, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get it out and just swap it. That stuff falling in here, that's no good. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Look at that, got it out. All right, so now, let me get my seal puller so I can get that out and then try to find the right seal that's needed. I wonder if I could just push this down. Oh no, this is loose. Loose. It ain't even all the way in there. And that's the problem. I can just take that out. Look at that, that was too easy. All right, so yeah, let me get everything going and then I'll get back to y'all once I have the right piece in there. Maybe it wasn't the right one, but we'll see. Like I said, I did the rebuild on this one not that long ago. So it's my first time and I put the wrong O-ring in there. Yeah, so honestly, I'm looking at the O-ring I had on. It don't really look any different from the replacement that I just put down in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it back up and we'll see how it hold up. I mean, I guess it looks a little bit more secure around the edges. So I'm hoping that does the trick to stop the leaks from the steering box. Like I said, this is definitely the easier route to take. I'd rather do this than have to pull that whole steering box off because it wasn't that fun. But I mean, like I said, you know, this is the part of keeping it on the road. We gotta do, get our hands dirty and take it as it comes, and we'll see. But this is gonna be a good season already. Like I said, we about to have summer 26. You know, I can't wait to get this one out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up a little bit this season between the convertible and the hardtop. Oh my bad, I didn't even tell y'all which one this was. So this is actually the 66 convertible that I have this issue with. And like I said, it's overall, I still can't complain about it. I mean, it's what, 50-year-old car? So 50-year-old car plus, I guess at this point, and you have a couple of leaks and stuff like that. Fun hobby, love-hate relationship, but it is what it is. You gotta keep it going. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. There ain't that much to it. I mean, pretty straightforward, especially now that I know I ain't have to pull it off. So I got the new O-ring in there. Looks like it's pretty secured in there. Trying to be careful to make sure I don't get nothing dropped in that box. So the next step, I just have to close it back up. In there. Trying to operate around the phone just to keep the video going. And see, I don't know if y'all can tell, but it looked like I lifted that O-ring up. So let me try to go ahead and get this adjusted real quick. Get this back out. Oh, it's still in there. We're good to go. I'm just talking to y'all. Just something to do while y'all watching, whoever's watching. There may not be too many people out there to watch it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll help out the next person. You know, if I can help out one person, then I feel like YouTube University has done a job if we help each other out. You know? That's all we can do. If we help one person in this world, then I feel like we all have accomplished, you know, something to give back somehow, some way. You never know. So, damn. Look at this. Try and get something simple on. It's always the last piece of the puzzle. Oh, you know what? I gotta screw this back down. Tripping. So let me get this straight. There you go. All right. So hopefully I can still see. Had a little situation. So now I'm just gonna bring this back up. And if this goes up, should go down. Keep spinning. Keep spinning. Going down. Like an elevator. Trying to get everything lined up. Beforehand. Yeah, buddy. Quick swap. I'll take that for a win in my books. I'm trying to put these other bolts in right now to kind of help align it. And then go from there. Still got the tag on. I don't know if you can even see the serial number on at this point. Well, you know, try to keep it as original as possible. Some little details that, you know, make these cars fun when you go to the meets and just talk over stuff half the time. Maybe some car gurus out there that be telling me stuff that I ain't even know about the car. But that's what it's all about, getting out there in the car community and everybody show off what they worked on for the winter months. And then go on from there. Oh, socket. What I should have did was showed y'all how it was leaking by starting the car up. I ain't gonna tie it too tight yet, because I still gotta adjust the still gotta adjust that center bolt itself, and then put the nut back on there. But I'm trying to trace my steps and everything I did. Let's go toward it. There we go. Now, one thing I should have did was count it or mark my spot on here before doing this. But that I was even recording for a second. Got y'all just looking at the thing on the wall. But one of the things I do know is it was pretty much to the point where I couldn't really turn it no more. And this was 3 and 9 o'clock from where I'm standing. So, yep, there you go. It's pretty tight. All right, so let's go ahead and buckle this up. Try to get it, make sure it's nice and. There we go. I don't know the specs, but just turn it and make sure I don't pop the actual bolt or the steering box. The Lord knows where it would take to find one of these replacements, because these parts now, especially with these Lincolns, these 60 Lincolns, hard to find. If you find it, shipping and handling costs more than the part nowadays. But I can't complain. Just gotta, they say, pay to play. You know? This on there. All right, getting there. Put this washer on there. Let's see, go on there, come on. Here we go. Thank you, appreciate that. Just gotta talk nice to the cars, especially when going right. You know, goes right, can't be mad at all. So I'm gonna put this on there real quick with the socket. And then I gotta replace put that vacuum hose back on there as well. So that way, that function properly again, because I ain't trying to miss out no steps. Let's tighten it back up. Trying to think. Put this on there. And then that's pretty much gonna be it. We'll go back through and go back through, make sure everything is tight. And then I'll keep y'all posted and take y'all for a couple of rides this year. You know what I mean? I do want to get out there too and show y'all the top functioning, because they, you know, it's always one of the questions when you go, oh man, do the top work? I mean, I guess that's the number one question for these convertibles. I guess it don't mean nothing if your top ain't working. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just blessed to have one. I'll tell you how I live it. You know, so I ain't got no SEMA car, but I also want to be able to drive it and not worry about every little thing being messed up. I ain't gonna lie though. I mean, if I could, I would, but like I said, I enjoy mine. Drive it. All right. So there we have it. So you can replace that O-ring at the top at least without removing the whole steering box, which is good, because like I said, it could be a pain in the butt, but we made it happen. So I'll keep y'all posted and let me know what y'all think. If y'all got some other ideas or something else that y'all got going on, you trying to figure out, we figure it out together. I'll holla.